In recent years, tensions between the United States and China have increased so much that the presidents of both countries have to travel to negotiations in convoys over a mile long. And while the heads of state are on their way to meet each other, a chess game is being prepared at sea, with all future moves planned out. This was confirmed by British intelligence, which recorded suspicious activity of ships in the South China Sea. The British HMS Queen Elizabeth aircraft carrier was able to scout the area with the help of the latest drones and transmitted the data to the Pentagon. The military managed to confirm the information and find out that the main threat at sea is the Chinese Type 003 aircraft carrier. This is a truly huge ship, which scale and capabilities are amazing. Its deck can accommodate a dozen conventional warships. It has a huge arsenal of weapons, which includes the latest fifth-generation fighters, combat drones, and helicopters. In addition, it has the ability to control boats and submarines using artificial intelligence, which once again confirms the power of Chinese technology. Type 003 also controls the world's first space weapon.
The wake-up call really was when the Chinese tested their anti-satellite weapon against their own satellite. Clear demonstration that the technology was there in the hands of the Chinese.
The Chinese FOB's orbital bombing system is a new force in global conflicts. The system's designed to destroy any possible strategic targets on the surface of the Earth. And these are not simple missiles, as one might think. The FOB's program aims to launch a nuclear warhead into low Earth orbit. Whereas a conventional missile can be detected and shot down in advance, a FOB's missile cannot be spotted because it's in space. A deadly nuclear weapon that flies overhead and cannot be detected is the main advantage of a Chinese aircraft carrier. But it's just words. In fact, no one has yet confirmed this information, while the capabilities of the USS Gerald R. Ford and HMS Queen Elizabeth are very real. Moreover, these aircraft carriers are more impressive in many ways. The HMS Queen Elizabeth is the flagship of the British Army and a true queen of ships. Everything is perfect in it, from technical equipment to weapons. The HMS Queen Elizabeth has been exploring the oceans since 2014, and its capabilities are expanding every year. Today, it's a new generation ship designed to perform any task, whether it's an attack with missile launchers or air cover. With dimensions of 918 feet by 246 feet, the aircraft carrier is not much smaller than the USS Gerald R. Ford. And in terms of weapons, it may be superior in some ways.
She's a big girl, 65,000 tons, and there are 1,200 plus people on here today.
The British ship is equipped with advanced control and communication systems, as well as the most modern combat systems. It can accommodate up to 40 aircraft and helicopters, including the latest 6th-generation Tempest fighter jet. This is a real ace in the hole when it comes to air battles. Just imagine, while other countries are trying to create aircraft of only the 5th generation, Britain already has the 6th. To realize the full power of the Tempest, take the familiar F-35 and double its capabilities. This fighter is capable of flying at 2,400 miles per hour, maneuvering, turning on almost complete invisibility, and carrying new generation hypersonic homing missiles. An interesting fact is that initially Tempest was not designed to be used from an aircraft carrier due to an outdated launch system, but it was before modernization. Now, instead of the old cattle-bar system, the HMS Queen Elizabeth uses the latest electromagnetic catapults, which have allowed Tempest to become part of a large air fleet.
As the recovery director, I'll be marking the spot for where the aircraft's going to land.
The British aircraft carrier is also equipped with an innovative transfer system that uses electromechanical elevators to transport ammunition and weapons. In addition, the HMS Queen Elizabeth has improved protection, including new radar systems and anti-torpedo systems, more reliable electronic suppression, and protection against cyber attacks. Did you think that the Queen's charms end there? We saved the most interesting for last. The HMS Queen Elizabeth has access to a closed network of information called the Celestial Internet. This network provides access to any Allied satellite and instantly transmits the most accurate information about the enemy target. The information about the enemy can be transmitted to submarines or a Tempest fighter jet to destroy the target. This is what happened in the case of the Chinese aircraft carrier. After receiving the information, the drone transmitted it to the aircraft carrier, after which it immediately went to the Pentagon, which in turn deployed the most powerful ship in its fleet.
There is no one, absolutely no one, who would be prouder of the commissioning of this mighty ship than the President of the United States.
The USS Gerald R. Ford is the world's largest aircraft carrier. Even a casual glance at it will make you tremble with the power it exudes. At the same time, the ship has a huge number of abilities that'll seem fantastic to you. The USS Ford was the first ship in a new class of supercarriers designed to replace the old USS Nimitz. The aircraft carrier has a number of improvements, including more efficient energy use and more sophisticated features such as electromagnetic aircraft launching and trap systems that replace traditional steam launch systems. They make it possible to use the aircraft carrier more efficiently and diversify the variety of aircraft it can launch. And there's plenty to launch, as the USS Ford has the entire fleet of the best aircraft. You'll find the latest F-22 Raptor along with the F-35 Lightning II and the B-21 Raider, even some huge drones like the Global Hawk.
This ship is so different from any other ship that I've ever been on, and that holds true for all of our sailors. You know, no matter how many aircraft carriers you've been on before, you've never been on a Ford-class aircraft carrier.
And even though airplanes are really cool, the presence of a giant-sized laser system is really impressive. To protect the aircraft carrier from all kinds of flying threats, a powerful laser from DARPA in cooperation with General Atomics was installed on it. The HELADS is the latest laser system designed to replace the outdated laser defense layer. The system has the capacity to burn 1-inch steel at a distance of 6 miles. This laser can theoretically even cut off the muzzle of a tank. And what can we say about the thin skin of aircraft and missiles? As soon as a flying target enters the laser's field of view, it instantly bursts into flames like a match. Even better is the ability to auto-guide the laser according to a given program. The operator of the system only needs to upload information about possible enemies, whether it's an aircraft or a missile, to the database, and HELADS will be triggered automatically as soon as the target's within its range.
We have the opportunity to fire high-energy lasers and go against targets.
It may seem that such a defense system is costly or ineffective. However, according to the Pentagon, the effectiveness of laser weapons reaches 99%, while traditional air defense can miss up to 20% of targets. And the price for a shot of $3 is nothing. Another advantage of the USS Ford laser is that the new system takes up much less space than conventional guns, so it was possible to place several more fighters on the deck of the ship.
We built the compact laser weapon system.
With such technologies, the American USS Ford could have handled the Chinese Type 003 alone. But it's still better to rely on teamwork with a reliable ally in the form of the HMS Queen Elizabeth. And while the presidents of the United States and China are negotiating, a chess game laid out in the sea is waiting for its move. And this video's come to an end. If you liked it, feel free to like it and leave a comment, so you'll help us understand in which direction we should develop the content. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.